Hello! Okay. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I've played this game for a couple of hours before, when it came out. Before the actual turn-based mode was added to the game. I played it for a couple of hours, but for some reason, maybe just another game came out and caught me off guard, and I lost track of this playthrough and I stopped playing it. And yeah, this time I'm going to attempt another playthrough. Hopefully this time a full playthrough. So, without further ado, we're going to start a new game. We choose turn-based mode. Turn-based mode provides an alternate form of play where characters act on their turn during each round of combat. Alternate mode of play highlights tactical combat elements, provides a comfortably paced experience recommended for players that enjoy turn-based games, like me. You should know if you want to start either a turn-based or real-time with pause game in Pillars of Eternity 2, you can't change it mid-game. So you have to be committed to the mode you're choosing right at the beginning, or you would have to start a new game with one of the two modes. If you don't like it. So unlike Pathfinder Kingmaker, you can't switch the mode on the fly during the game. So, turn-based. For difficulty, I would say just classic, just normal. The standard experience. No level scaling, I would say. And no of the blessings, no Trial of Iron, and no expert mode. Just plain old normal difficulty. Standard difficulty. We are going to start the game. We won't skip the intro.
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Okay, we're going to adjust the volume a little bit. Let's see.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Like this, probably. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, the story of this game leans very heavily on its predecessor, Pillars of Eternity 1. So if you're not familiar with the story, well, the beginning of this game kind of gives you a quick summary of what has happened in the first game. But I would highly recommend, if you don't know the first game, check out this one first. Yeah, play it for yourself or watch some Let's Play videos or something. It's a very good RPG as well.
Sit, please. Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Examine the cards to choose your legacy. So, since this game picks up where the first one left off, you can basically select which kind of decisions you made in the first game to carry over into the second game. And if you have played through the first game, you can also import one of your save games here to use all these decisions you've made with your playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 1. So we're going to do that. I use here my custom save from the first game.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Yes.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bera. One half anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
Berav, god of death, cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability. Inevitability. The keeper of the cycle of life and death, Berav is thought to seek to claim the lives of those who have lived past their time. According to folklore, Berav is seen most often in the form of the Paladin Knight or the Usher, two skeletal characters who lead such people to their deaths by way of challenge or trickery.
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Remain silent.
You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothus. Of this, we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
Odnua was a powerful Engwithan tyrant. He went mad after the death of his son Maros because he knew there were no gods to ensure he would be properly reincarnated. He dedicated his life to carving a massive statue of his son out of living Adra with the intention of drawing Maros' soul out of the beyond by force. Odnua was defeated through the efforts of other Engwithan tyrants who buried him with his work. In later centuries, colonists built a castle over the ruins and named it Caed Nua. Like the ruins themselves, Caed Nua was considered cursed. And Aothus? God of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring and light, traditionally shown as a man bearing a candle and wearing a silver crown. Believed to have possessed the body of the Red Karen farmer Waidwen during the Saints' War and been destroyed along with Waidwen at the end of the war. He recently reformed his essence and a statue of Maros Nua beneath Caed Nua. In the process of pulling himself from the endless paths, he destroyed the castle and left the Watcher of Caed Nua at the brink of death.
Though Aothus stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
The in-between refers to the shadow world that souls briefly wander after death on their way to the beyond. It has been described as a hazy landscape, empty, but for the glow of other souls, Adra and Watchers. This is a space that Watchers peer into when they observe and speak to lost souls and soul fragments. Even the gods cannot reach it.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Adra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced Watcher to find him.
Why don't you just do it yourself?
Taking a physical form in Aora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Aothus learned not long ago.
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
I've had enough of dealing with the gods, all of you. Why should I care about any of this?
Did you care for the souls of the Deerwood who clung to you as they stumbled blindly through the in-between?
A colonial nation founded by settlers from the Adair Empire. Following a series of conflicts with Adair, the territory became independent in 2672 AI and is now ruled by a duke who is re-elected by 7 earls that oversee its earldoms.
You are a beacon to all of the lost, Watcher. Your soul gleams as brightly to them as Adra itself.
For a moment, there is a glint in the blackness of her eyes. A flash of wondrous recollection.
Those who have fallen in Aothus's wake are trapped inside him still. If you will not help them, who will? Of course, if that doesn't convince you, I can always return you to the wheel and find someone else to pursue him.
Then let's get on with it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Character creation. Import character. No, I guess we're starting from scratch then. I'm going to create a character like him. Because the first time when I played Pillars of Eternity 1, that wasn't on stream, by the way. That was before my time on Twitch. When I saw this character portrait, I just had to create. I just had to do it. I just had to create Conan. Barbarian. Can we, even if we import this character, can we still... We can still change certain aspects of it, right? So yeah, we are definitely going for this portrait, but maybe there are some cool. There are a lot of cool portraits. So yeah, but we're sticking with this. We're sticking with this. Maybe another pose. Stoic. I prefer the stoic pose for my Conan character. Skin color. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. Hair color looks fine. The hairstyle itself does not, though. Do we want to go as far and change eye color as well? I'm not quite sure actually what Conan's eye color is supposed to be. But if you want to stay true to the original. Blue eyes. Maybe like these. Okay, head. Couple of scars there, yeah, maybe. For his hairstyle, though. That's a little bit tricky though, because the hairstyles presented by the game are a little bit limiting. I would guess something like that, like a wild mane of unbrushed hair, you know? I think that's a bit over the top already. That's a bit too much. And this is too civilized. This is a bit too much. Too short. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. The voice.
I'll teach you a lesson. Take him down. Show him how it's done.
Kill them all. Onward. Death to our enemies.
After him.
Yeah.
Finish them.
Charge. Bring them down.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Show him how it's done.
Take him down. Let's go. Take him down. No prisoners. Attack! Ah! You're mine!
Let's go. Stand together. Let us end this.
Onward! Kill them all!
Keeping an
I'll teach you a lesson.
No prisoners.
They won't see me coming.
Well, now I am leader of the group.
Bring them down!
A blade in the dark.
I actually like this voice.
What is it? Now I am leader of the group.
Show them how it's done.
I'll take a peek.
Hey there. I got this. I got this.
Yeah!
Easy does it.
Let's go!
Nice and slow.
Follow me.
Keeping quiet.
I like this voice as well.
Yeah?
Charge!
Let's keep quiet. Yes? Leading the way.
Attack!
The better part of valor.
Finish them.
Not a sound. I'm here.
After him.
Quickly and quietly. I've got this.
Let's go.
Better run!
Nothing will slip past me.
Yeah? I'll lead the way.
Take them down!
Steady does it.
No prisoners.
They won't see me coming.
Well, now I am leader of the group.
Close call between Sinister and Stoic. Close call.
Kill them all!
Keeping an eye out.
Well, now I am leader of the group.
Bring them down!
A blade in the dark.
Nice and slow. Huh?
Follow me. Yeah! Let's go! Kill them all!
They won't see me coming.
Yes? Now I am leader of the group.
Let's go with Stoic. Stoic in this pose. Stoic, yep. Let's see. Okay, we have to go all the way back here. Barbarian, yeah. No subclass. Barbaric Yell. Shaken. Let's go for Barbaric Yell for the beginning. We are going for... Resolve contributes towards reducing hostile effect durations as well as improving will and deflection defenses. It reflects character, internal drive, determination and fearlessness. Actually, it's looking already good. Yeah. Not too bad though.